Hey guys, MrChia is in China as a guest of Zeekr, and we're here to take a look at what this fast-growing brand is up to as it seeks world domination with a slew of interesting new cars. Some you'll be able to buy, some you won't, and some, well, maybe. Now this is available in Singapore, although not quite in this form. This is the 009 Grand. What does Grand mean? Well, it's for the sort of more Tauke kind of Tauke. And if you follow me around to the side of the car, you'll be able to see that it's really built for the comfort of passengers. This is a Chinese car, so that looks a little bit like the sort of London cab emblem, right? But it's not, it's a LiDAR sensor. So I think in some markets like China, this car would actually have quite a lot of self-driving capability. But the best self-driver is a chauffeur sometimes. Let me show you what I mean. Welcome to my bachelor pack, guys. I mean, look at this. This is a Zeekr 009, already on sale in Singapore, but this is the Grand Edition, which means only 4 seats inside. So it really looks, I was going to say first class of a plane, like with the whole suites idea, but it's almost like a hotel room. So I've got this really big TV screen in front of me. I've got lots of room to recline. Yeah, can you imagine doing a long drive in something like this? Singapore to KL would be like bliss, and I think this is one of those cars that would make you want to just have a longer journey if you can. So probably 8 hours in this, yeah, I think it'd be quite nice. No one could disturb me, and this is seriously relaxing. So this one I think will depend on market demand as to whether it's going to make it to Singapore. But what do you guys think? I mean, this is like a hotel room on wheels, and if you had a chauffeur, you wouldn't even have to look at him because there is a compartment that separates what is going on here from what's going on over there. And I do wonder whether it's soundproof, because let's be honest, there are some times when you don't want anyone else to hear what you're up to in the back here. Okay, so here we have the Zeekr Mix. This is the newest Zeekr, and just look at it. I mean, MPVs are seldom exciting, right? But this one actually looks very futuristic. Look at the front end there with the active LED lights that can put on a little display. That's very cool. But there is something actually even more cool, and that involves the cabin, which I can't wait to show you. Guys, let me show you something interesting. This is the Zeekr Mix MPV. When was the last time you saw the front door of a car do something like this? Over there, the driver's side is a normal door, but it's not just the doors that are tricky. Have a look at the cabin of this car. You've heard the expression living room on wheels before. Well, this car is basically that. I mean, look, the front seats swivel and then they face the back, and then you've got kind of an open space where you can have fun with your family, I guess. So yeah, this is as family cars get. And it's actually a very neat party trick to watch it happen. Unfortunately, it takes a long time to do it, and no one can be in the car while it happens, but they were putting it on for us just a while ago. It's just a matter of touching a few buttons on the screen, and then your car changes from MPV to living room. What this is actually is a fridge. Well, we saw that with the Zeekr X in Singapore, right? It's got a kind of compartment that lets you, if I can find the latch, it lets you put in hot, cold food, keep it hot or keep it cold, whichever you prefer. Ice cream. And I have to say that this is the family Zeekr, but it actually is very plush inside. I wasn't expecting this to be quite so luxurious looking. I mean, the 009 is a high-end MPV. This one's more family-oriented. You can see the space is configured for family, but the materials are very nice as well. It does seem to be a Zeekr thing to have things like these sort of slightly rose gold accents inside. So if you're a fan of Scandinavian design, you're really going to find it inside here. Okay guys, have a look at this. This is actually coming to Singapore next. It's the 7X, and I don't know what you see, but you're supposed to see Tesla Model Y, because that is what this car competes against, and apparently it's now fast becoming the best-selling SUV in China. And I don't know if you can see this, but it has the front end that matches the new Mix. So I'm thinking this is going to be the sort of corporate styling that we're going to see from Zeekrs, which is basically a whole bunch of individual pixel LEDs hidden behind this clean sort of sheet of either glass or plastic. And if the other Zeekrs are anything to go by, you're going to get different versions, one rear-wheel drive one and one with all-wheel drive and 2 motors for high performance. Probably going to see 2 batteries as well, a long range and a short range in both NCM and LFP chemistries. The selling point for this car, of course, is supposed to be the design and the intelligent driving features, but it's supposed to be very roomy inside as well. So right now, there's a lot of filthy journalists inside. Let's hope I get a chance to rummage around inside the 7X. this is going to feel Zeekr-like because the corporate colors are there, or rather the sort of rose gold treatment is there. Again, very lean and clean, minimalist design with a big screen dominating the dashboard. This is a 7X and there is a 007 that is a sort of lower slung sedan. Now that's somehow not for export markets, and it's certainly not coming to Singapore. I think Zeekr has figured out that the market for SUVs is just bigger, and I can see this actually attracting quite a lot of attention in Singapore because it does feel like an SUV with a slightly elevated driving position, and it does feel like how you expect or want a modern electric car to feel. So the materials are nice, the design is clean, the layout is logical, and it does feel very sort of upmarket in here. I think if they price this right in Singapore, it's probably going to sell very well. And of course, I'm sitting behind myself, no shortage of legroom. This reminds me a little bit of maybe the Xpeng G6. And of course, it's been a while since I've driven a Model Y, so I can't actually compare the two, but maybe I'll get around to that back in Singapore. But apart from raw space, what I'm seeing is that same attention to detail and quality that we saw in the Zeekr X. So this is a very, very nice interior back here, and it's definitely roomy enough for family use anyway. I think what's going to make it feel a little bit more competitive is the fact that it just feels so premium. Now, I'm getting a slightly better understanding of where Zeekr wants to be as a car maker. They want to be high performance and slightly upmarket. There's been a lot of reference to BMWs on this event. They've even brought some Porsches and BMWs down for us to try side by side with their cars. But I tell you what, I haven't driven this, but in terms of the cabin quality, the layout, and just the ambience and feel of this place, it is very, very competitive.
Oh, and before we leave this car, I want to show you something. I found a button here, and it seems to open up a little tray. Okay, not super exotic, but have a look at this. It's hiding a screen behind it. So I guess the boss of the family, whoever that may be, is supposed to sit right here. You're gonna have a good time playing with this screen or watching whatever there is to watch on the screen. But you can also have, I guess, a snack, something to eat along the way. Very, very cool feature. 1,777, 1,778, 1,779. Okay, 1,780. I've just counted them all. And you saw MrChia SG just a while ago, but it can do much more than that, of course. There are apparently 79 microchips needed just to control this display. They come from Texas Instruments, and it's an American company. And again, that goes back to what I said earlier about how Zeekr is using the best possible components from around the world. I think this is a really neat feature, but will the LTA allow you to have this in Singapore? I really don't know, because they want to know what you want to put up here, but I think they should. So that's 3 interesting and upcoming Zeekr models. Which one are you looking forward to the most? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, we have lots more to show you from our visit to China, so stay tuned for more.